The Kevin McClatchy era began April 1st, 1996 with a win at Florida. That same day, the precocious Jason Kendall catapulted out of the big league scene. The kid had 3 hits in his career opener, including number 1 off Marlin Kevin Brown. 6 years, 4.5 months later, Jason is 2 hits away from number 1,000. This evening from PNC Park, it's Jason Kendall and the Pittsburgh Pirates against the division-leading St. Louis Cardinals. Hi, friends, and a very pleasant good evening. Thanks for being with us. Bob Walk is alongside. Pirate fans have truly fallen in love with Jason Kendall because of the way he plays this game.
It's amazing that it doesn't seem like it's that long since he first came breaking into the big leagues, and you see that little picture of him there in our open. He looks like a high school kid, and how about that hairdo he was sporting? But anyway, Jason has been a pleasure to watch, and he always goes out there, gives everything he has got, no matter what is going on around him, and now he's on the verge of getting 1,000 hits.
And we need to remember the challenges that Jason has faced in his career, particularly bouncing back from that terrible ankle injury.
Yeah, it's good that you reminded us of that, because the way he plays, you wouldn't ever remember that he was almost out of the game because of that just terrible, terrible ankle injury. He never mentions it at all. There's no limp, no nothing. He just goes out and plays hard every day.
Jason Kendall going for career hit number 999 and then 1,000. Going up against Matt Morris, the 13-game winner of the Cardinals. Jimmy Anderson on the mound against the Redbirds. The Redbirds have scored a total of 19 runs in their last 2 games.
Pirates Baseball on Fox Sports Net is brought to you by Giant Eagle, the official supermarket of the Pittsburgh Pirates. By Rocky Mountain Cold Coors Light, cold down easy. By Pennzoil, we're driving protection. By NEC Racing Network, open an Express Bet account and wager by phone or online, anytime, anywhere. And by your Western Pennsylvania Toyota dealers. Toyota, get the feeling.
The Cardinals winning last night 10-6. Jason Simon-Tachi over Brian Meadows. And the Cardinals in the National League Central Division leading the Reds by 2.5. The Astros are 3 games back. Here is Tony La Russa's starting lineup for the second game of the 4-game series, brought to you by Chrysler. It's Miguel Cairo leading off, playing second base. Edgar Renteria, the shortstop, followed by Jim Edmonds and Albert Pujols. One of 3 Cardinals to collect 3 hits last night. He knocked in 4 runs. Scott Rolen, Eduardo Perez, Eli Marrero, Mike Matheny, Matt Morris. Against Jimmy Anderson. Jimmy's 25th start of the year, and the first pitch of the game called strike.
Take a look at Jimmy's scouting report, brought to you by PNC. 3-4 hitters done well. Jimmy, we always talk about control. He's walked more than 3 hitters just 3 times this year, 24 starts. That's not too bad. And Jimmy has had bouts of wildness in the past, but he has contained that pretty good this season. But the home runs have been a problem for him, and that hasn't been a problem in the past. He's already 18. That's the most he's ever given up in one season.
And of the 18 home runs he's allowed, 7 have been hit by left-handed batters. Just 1 left-handed batter in the Cardinal lineup tonight. That's their number 3 hitter, Jim Edmonds. Cairo batting .227, a couple of home runs and 15 RBIs. Two balls, 2 strikes. Anderson's last outing 5 days ago, a loss to the Dodgers in L.A. L.A. won the game 10-5. Jimmy gave up 6 runs in 6 innings. 3 of the runs were unearned. Kevin Young playing off the line, diving to his left, and we've got a gem of a play to start the ball game.
A real nice play. Looked like Kevin was kind of giving him the line, taking away the hole, and had to make a quick adjustment.
Pirates defensively brought to you by Hyundai. Young, Reese, Jack Wilson, and Ramirez, the Pirate infielders, first around a third. Giles, Kukoviak, and Rios in the outfield left to right. Kendall catching.
There it is. He's right in the hole. He's trying to take that away, letting him have the line, and Cairo just about got it down there.
Ball bunted by Renteria. Jimmy Anderson comes over, just picks the ball up and holds on to it. There was nothing he could do. It was a perfect bunt by Renteria, just 30-some feet away from home plate, and right at the edge of the infield grass.
A natural grass. If you just lay one out there, get it fair, and kill it a little bit, if you can run, you have a base hit. This is beautiful stuff to bunt on.
Renteria 3 hits last night. Also, Jim Edmonds had 3. Albert Pujols 3 hits. Edmonds batting .316, 23 home runs, 63 RBIs.
Can't remember exactly what they were, but when I was looking at some of the matchup numbers, Renteria's were not good off Jimmy Anderson.
Ball popped back out of play. Strike 1.
2 for 12. Is that what it says? So maybe not surprising that he went up there, and at least we're going to take one shot at getting a bunt base hit off Jimmy.
Renteria has 16 stolen bases, and there have been 19 thefts this year while Jimmy Anderson's been on the mound.
If you guess right and take off on Jimmy's first move, if he's going home, you're not going to get thrown out if you can run at all. Jimmy's very slow getting rid of the baseball. He's got the very deliberate, hitch, little hesitation.
3 Dodgers stole bases against Jimmy Anderson in the first inning of the game 5 days ago. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 on, 1 out.
He has tinkered with speeding this up a little bit over the years, but this little hesitation type delivery he has right there, where he just kind of comes to a little stop and throws across his body, that's what gives him that sinking action and makes him kind of effectively funky as far as the hitter picking up the baseball. A little herky jerkiness. Randy Tomlin used to have that same type of a cross body delivery, and it's not exactly the way you should teach somebody to throw.
Edmonds drives 1 to right. Rios makes the catch, 2 down. Renteria back to first. Bob, we've seen.
I wanted to say, though, if you take something away from somebody like that, though, that might be what keeps them in the big leagues. So you can't really change them. Go ahead.
Well, I just wanted to follow up about Jimmy's stretch delivery. We've seen a lot of left-handers that raise that right foot considerably. They're able to balance themselves in such a way that it freezes the runner at first base.
That's what most lefties try to do. They'll look right at that runner. They bring the leg straight up, and some of them will hang there for a second and actually try to read the runner a little bit, and then either go to the plate or to first base. That was the old days when you decided yourself when you were going to throw to first. Now everything comes from the bench. You're told when to throw to first.
Albert Pujols, 90 RBIs, 3rd in the league behind Lance Berkman and Sammy Sosa. Runner going, and a base hit to right field by Pujols. Renteria easily gets to 3rd. 1st and 3rd, 2 outs, 1st inning.
That shot we had, it didn't look like Renteria got a great jump. I think that was probably just a hit and run. It looked like Renteria was waiting to make sure Anderson was going to go home with that ball before he took off so he wouldn't get picked off. Watch Renteria. Yeah, he did not have his jump that he would have got if it was just a straight steal, I don't think.
And the number 5 hitter for the Cardinals, Scott Rolen, playing his 14th game for St. Louis. Acquired from the Philadelphia Phillies. And Rolen has homered in each of the last 2 games, giving him 19 home runs overall, and just the 2 as a Redbird. Last night, Rolen hit a 3-run homer that tied the game at 3 after the Pirates had gone out in front 3-0 in the 1st inning. 2 outs, runners at 1st and 3rd. 2 balls, no strikes.
Rolen hits into a lot of ground ball double plays. But this is a great matchup for that. If he tries to pull the ball, he's going to hit the ball on the ground 9 times out of 10. It's just what Jimmy wants. Oh, there's 2 outs. What am I talking about? Manning. Smack me.
With my right hand or left hand? Pitch outside, and now the count 3 balls, no strikes.
Wait till the camera's on us before you hit.
Okay.
Well, he'll still take a ground ball on that side.
When you started going down that road, that's where I thought you were going with it. And a strike call, 3-1.
I forgot about Miguel Cairo making that first out.
Renteria is at third, Pujols at first, 2 outs. And on deck is Eduardo Perez, 3 balls and 1 strike on Rolen. Base hit to left center field, 1-0 St. Louis. Pujols around second. He'll go to third as Giles goes to second base with his throw.
That was kind of on the ground for a very short moment. Didn't spend much time as a ground ball. It hit pretty hard. Nice job by Giles. Rolen did take a real aggressive turn at first base. If Giles would have tried to stop Pujols from going to third, it would be second and third. 2 guys in scoring position right now instead of just 1. Little play like that, it really doesn't show up too much, but it could play a difference in the ball game later on.
Right fielder Eduardo Perez. Jimmy Anderson had a lot of trouble giving up first inning runs last year. That was not a problem for Jimmy early this year, but it has reared its head a good bit the middle third of the season. Pitch down low, 1 ball on Perez. J.D. Drew played right field last night and batted 8th. Perez playing right field tonight in the 6th spot. 1-0 St. Louis. Wilson teams with Pokey Reese, the force out of Scott Rolen, ending the first inning. St. Louis scores 1 run on 3 hits and 2 men left on base as Matt Morris gets ready to take the mound to the bottom of the first. St. Louis, Matt Morris, a 13-game winner, pitching for the St. Louis Cardinals. The Pirates batting order brought to you by Dodge. Jason Kendall leads off, Jack Wilson to follow. Brian Giles at his 30th home run last night. 3rd Pirate to hit 30 home runs or more in 4 consecutive seasons, joining Willie Stargell and Ralph Kiner. Ramirez, Makoviak, Young, Rios, Reese, and Anderson.
Morris has great stuff. Outstanding fastball. He can sink it, ride it, make it move around. Great curveball. One of the best in the league. Go with that hard fastball. And they depend on him. He anchors his staff. He's won 5 of his last 6 starts. And had the same reconstructive surgery that Benson had. And so really, Chris can look at Morris and see, hey, he is back pitching as good or better than ever. And Benson can do that also, obviously.
Well, the Cardinals defensively, and St. Louis is 9th in the National League in fielding percentage. In center field, it is the Rawlings Gold Glover Jim Edmonds. Edmonds winning 4 Gold Gloves, 97, 98 with the Angels, 2000 and 2001 as a Cardinal. Marrero in left, Perez in center. And a strike called on Jack Wilson, batting .263. One ball, 1 strike. Matt Morris from Middletown, New York, and out of Seton Hall. Turned 28 just 4 days ago. And remembering the life of teammate Darryl Kyle, as are many of the Cardinals, the decay on the cap of Morris. A summer of much sadness for St. Louis and for baseball fans. Base hit to right field. The deaths of Darryl Kyle, Jack Buck, the broadcaster, Darryl Porter, their Cardinal former catcher, and then yesterday the word that Enos Country Slaughter had passed away. 1 on, 1 out, bottom of the first for Matt Morris after undergoing the reconstructive surgery and missing all of '99. In 2000, he pitched exclusively out of the Cardinal bullpen, and then last year won 22 games and finished 3rd in the Cy Young voting. So over the last 2 years, Morris is 35-15. Giles batting .299, 30 home runs, 77 RBIs.
You look at Morris as the different statistics from before the surgery to now. Not a much, difference as far as strikeouts per innings pitched, walks, opposition's batting average. I mean, it's almost exactly the same as before. I mean, he is, by all accounts, the same pitcher he was before he got hurt. I'm sure this is an overstatement, but it's almost got to the point to where that reconstructive elbow surgery is kind of a routine type thing now, that they've gotten so good at it. Of course, Chris Benson, we've seen it as far as his stuff. There's no difference at all from before Chris hurt his arm. We hope that Ryan Vogelsong will have the same. A little first inning rally.
A couple of men on, one out. We'll tell you more about Ryan Vogelsong, who pitched for Altoona yesterday, a bit later on. 2 on and 1 out. Aramis Ramirez, the batter.
He's a great guy. I hope he has the same success as coming back that Morris has had.
Ryan sure is a top shelf individual. Same thing with Chris Benson. He's an easy guy to root for. Foul ball. Buzzing past the head of first base coach Tommy Sant.
Normally, you don't get a whole lot of chances to beat Morris. So when you do get a couple of guys on, take advantage of it. Just 1 out.
Double play ball. Cairo, Renteria, and Pujols getting together on the ground ball hit by Aramis Ramirez. No runs, 1 hit, a walk, a double play, and a man left on base. The end of 1. St. Louis 1, the Pirates nothing. Nothing St. Louis. The Houston Astros have defeated the Chicago Cubs 5-4. Pete Monroe the winner. Billy Wagner picked up save number 27. Matt Clement the loser. The Astros are currently 2.5 back of the Cardinals, and so are the Reds. Cincinnati home to the Arizona Diamondbacks. And for the second inning, the St. Louis Cardinals start with Eli Marrero. Look at the M squad coming up in the second inning. Marrero, Matheny, and Morris. Eli hitting .252, 10 home runs, 44 runs batted in.
You never know where Marrero is going to be at in the lineup or on the field or anywhere. Caught last night.
They used to call Jose Oquendo the secret weapon. I guess Eli Marrero has taken over that title. Here's Oquendo, currently third base coach for Tony La Russa. Off the body of Aramis Ramirez, the ball kicks out into left field. Marrero's on his way to second. Giles with the throw. Safe.
That was a heads-up play by Giles, coming in and barehanding that ball like a third baseman fielding a bunt. Marrero running hard out of the box and took advantage of the fact that ball just died out there. Giles is a heck of a play. Good one-hop throw right on the money. Marrero can run. Plays a lot of center field. Not a lot of center field, but they don't hesitate to put him out there. That's the kind of speed that he has.
And Marrero has 11 stolen bases. Runner at second. It's an error on third baseman Ramirez. 2-base error. Matheny goes to right field. Rios making the catch, and Marrero's on his way to third. The throw just a bit off the mark. Strong throw from Rios. Runner at third, 1 out.
Well, this Thursday on the Best Damn Sports Show period, he's back. If you missed Iron Mike Tyson's appearance on the Best Damn set last week, you won't want to miss it when he makes his return. The former heavyweight champion of the world comes back to finish what he started, and he's still got plenty left to say. I'll bet he does. Don't miss Mike Tyson, an exclusive tell-all interview. Best Damn Sports Show period's All-Star Summer continues with Iron Mike. He's in the studio Thursday at 8 and 11 right here on Fox Sports Net.
Infield drawn up. thought Mike Ditka was Iron Mike.
Maybe that did say Mike Ditka. Let me look at it again.
Ball one on Matt Morris. Morris's average 143.
Ditka usually has plenty to say too, so it could be him.
Marrero will stay put at third. 2 outs. Shortstop Jack Wilson came over to third base, keeping Marrero honest. Top of the batting order for Miguel Cairo. 1-0 St. Louis. Jimmy Anderson is 2-3 lifetime versus the Cardinals, including a loss to Woody Williams here at PNC Park May 25th. Gave up 5 runs in 5 1/3 innings that day.
See if Kevin Young goes as far in that hole as he did last time. He's over there, maybe a step closer to the line, but not much. First time up, Cairo just about snuck one inside the bag.
Well, Cairo shows bunt, strike called inside corner.
After he took that pitch, he was looking toward Kevin Young. I think he was going to push that to first. And you can see how much room there is to punt a ball to that side and try to slap one inside the bag.
Cairo hit by the pitch. And to the Cardinals runners at first and third, 2 outs.
Trying to go inside, maybe a little cutter. Jimmy tries to cut the fastball, throw like a short slider occasionally when he wants to go inside so that the ball won't drift back over the plate. It's his natural motion will take the ball away a little bit from the right-handers. Down and away, that's when the ball will sink for him, his fastball will.
First and third, 2 outs. St. Louis scored in the first inning. Rolen knocked in Renteria. Played by Kendall, 1 ball, 1 strike. Have you thought any more, Bob, about left-handers having trouble in this ballpark, or do you think you've come up with the answer?
No, I don't know if that's the answer or not, but I thought about that already 2 or 3 times tonight, kind of watching the way these hitters attack Jimmy Anderson.
Pujols went that way to right.
A number of guys have tried. Cairo, first inning, tried to hit the ball that direction.
Anderson throws out Renteria. No runs, no hits. A hit batsman, a Pirate error, and 2 Cardinals left on base. 1-0 St. Louis at the end of an inning and a half. Second inning, Rob Makoviak, Kevin Young, and Armando Rios from Fox Sports Net.
No, we're on camera.
Oh, thought you knew that.
I haven't gotten real comfortable yet with this camera sitting on our shoulder. It's going to take some time, I believe, but we'll get used to it.
Feel like somebody's
like the Osborns.
Oh, not that bad, please. 1 down. Kevin Young to follow, bottom of the second inning, and Clara Carlock of Charleroi, the Giant Eagle contestant, for Matt Morris. 4-4 lifetime against the Pirates, a 2.08 ERA in his career against the Bucks. Kevin Young, 14 home runs, 39 RBIs, 247 batting average. The home plate umpire is Rick Reed, Tim Cheetah, Mark Wegner, and Bill Webke on the bases. Kevin stepped out, but Reed never called time.
No, Morris, if he wanted to, could have made the pitch. It would have been either a ball or a strike, just as if Young hadn't moved.
Rolen throws out Kevin Young. Speaking of Scott Rolen, picked up by the Cardinals from the Philadelphia Phillies, and the Redbirds will be going to Philadelphia this weekend. Rolen may want to get together with J.D. Drew. Drew is
exactly what I was thinking. Is that, you know, those two will be in the same boat now when they go to Philly. Speaking of boats, Majestic.
Some of the animosity that the folks in Philadelphia have shown towards J.D. Drew will now be shared with Scott Rolen. What we suspect it will be. Armando Rios batting. That's J.D. Drew in the dugout. Drew had been a #1 pick of the Philadelphia Phillies, declined the Phillies' offer to sign, and then a year later signed on with the Cardinals.
That's basically what Rolen has ended up doing. They made him an extremely lucrative offer, and he declined to sign. And so they decided to trade him to the Cardinals, and instead of let him leave by free agency and not get anything in return, but you know, a couple of draft picks that you probably wouldn't be able to sign anyway.
Left fielder Marrero makes the catch. It's an easy second inning for Matt Morris. 1-0 St. Louis at the end of 2.
Pirates baseball on Fox Sports Net is brought to you by Dodge. Get somewhere. Grab life by the horns. Dodge. And by UPMC. Choose your health care as if your life depended on it.
1-0 St. Louis after 2 innings, and the Arizona Diamondbacks lead the Reds 1-0 in Cincinnati. Yubir Durazo homering for Arizona. And a strike called on Jim Edmonds.
Jim watching his feet. The pitch comes in a little bit like Bagwell.
Base hit to left center field.
Not much of a strike. He almost brings that front foot back a little bit.
4th Cardinal hit off Jimmy Anderson. Here's an invitation for you to go to MLB.com for the ultimate shopping experience and the largest selection of jerseys, caps, gifts, and collectibles for all 30 teams delivered right to your door. Takes a strike. The promo that we just showed you for the Yankees and Mariners getting together this weekend. The New York Yankees are at Kansas City today while the Mariners are hosting the Red Sox. Base hit. Pujols is 2 for 2. Edmonds advances to second. 2 men on and nobody out.
All right, now we can replay what I said about Rolen last time he was up.
I was waiting for you to say
yeah,
that. Double play?
He hits into a lot of double plays. If he pulls the ball, he'll probably put it on the ground. So I'm looking for a 6-4-3, maybe a 5-4-3.
How about a triple play?
Ooh, man, I don't know. That's asking for a lot, but might as well. If you're going to wish big.
Kind of in line with if you're going to be a Bear, be a Grizzly. Jimmy Anderson will get a new baseball from the home plate umpire Rick Reed.
Going to build a ballpark, build one like this.
Build the best.
This is the grizzly bear of the ballparks. There's some other nice ones around. Pac Bell, kind of could be a polar bear.
Guess that makes Wrigley a cubby bear.
Yeah, cubby bear. I think it would be the koala bear.
One and one on Rolen, 2 on, nobody out. 1-0 St. Louis, 3rd inning. Rolen had not homered as a Cardinal until Sunday night against the Mets in the Cardinals' 9-0 win over New York, and then Rolen hitting a 3-run homer last night. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Jim trying to run that ball down and away, but keep it closer to the strike zone. That is what he wants Rolen to try and hit. That sinker that's going down and away from him. That'll be the ground ball pitch. I think that was a changeup. Same movement, same spot. You can, the only way you can really tell is velocity. That one just barely broke 80. That was a straight change. When Jimmy throws it, it's not too straight though. Jimmy doesn't throw anything that goes straight.
Edmonds the runner at second, Pujols at first. Nobody out. 1-0 St. Louis, 3rd inning. Runners going. Line shot, base hit to left center field. Edmonds scores 2-0 Redbirds. Pujols goes to 3rd. And Scott Rolen has both of the Cardinals' runs batted in.
By both balls, he's hitting that same spot, and he's just ripped both of them. Let's take a look and see where this 3-2 pitch is. Oh, just belt high down the middle. Oh, what is? Did you see the jump Edmonds got off second base?
Sure did. Kiddingly predicting a triple play earlier would have happened had that liner been hit right at a Pirate infielder.
Yeah.
Eduardo Perez, the son of former Major League first baseman Tony Perez.
Well, he sure really reminds you of Tony in his mannerisms, the way he stands up at the plate. Doesn't quite carry the same statistics as Tony. Oh, I don't know. Real close. Quick tag by Kevin Young. Go to the tape. Hit, tag. Oh man, that was real close.
There wasn't more of a beef from Kevin about that play.
Yeah. Where's the beef? Yeah, why argue? It's not like they were going to change the call, so it doesn't matter.
Line drive caught by Jack Wilson, 1 out. All right, let's try this again. See if we can't dance the same tune. Go to MLB.com for the ultimate baseball shopping experience. The largest selection of jerseys, caps, gifts, and collectibles for all 30 teams delivered right to your door. First and third, 1 out. 2-0 Cardinals. Eli Marrero, born in Havana, Cuba. And the Cardinals are going to grab a 3rd run and then some. Scoring from 3rd, Pujols on the ball off the center field fence. Here comes Rolen around 3rd. Jack Wilson's throw to the plate off the mark. It is 4-0 St. Louis. Eli Marrero doubles in runs 3 and 4.
Well, Makoviak really let that ball fly after he fielded it off the wall. It's kind of a test for that side of his. And another pitch, it was up just a little bit. This one not too high, about maybe mid-thigh. Marrero got it on. Makoviak's first step was in. He did not break back right away. Might have had something to do with it getting over his head, but this throw, watch him cut it loose. It looked like he, put a lot into it. He didn't try and protect his side. I was a little concerned if he was going to be able to throw the ball with any velocity, but looks like he's all right. Spin Williams now out for a talk with Jimmy as he gives his bullpen time. That's Juan Vallone maybe warming up in the pen.
Cardinals scored 1 run in the first, 3 runs in the third. Program reminder for you this week on Fox Saturday Baseball. Derek Jeter and the defending American League champion New York Yankees taking on Ichiro Suzuki and the defending American League West champion Seattle Mariners. A rematch of last year's ALCS. Check your local listings for start time in your area for this week's Fox Saturday Baseball. The Mariners with 116 wins last year. The Yankees had 95, but the Yankees eliminated the Mariners in the American League Championship Series 4-1. And now the battle between the Yankees and Mariners for the best record in the American League. And a huge jump. Eli Marrero easily steals third base.
It's a great example of what we were talking about in the very first inning about Jimmy is so slow to the plate. If you run on first move and he's going home, you cannot be thrown out. It's impossible. We're going to see the replay. Watch Marrero take off. Well, I think the very first view we had in center field camera, you could see Marrero when he broke and how he was gone out of the picture, and Anderson was still in the middle of his windup. That gives you a real feel for just how big of a running jump you can get off of him.
The infield forced to play in because there's the runner at third and 1 out. About 33 stolen bases against Jimmy last year, 20 this year. Is there anything he can do as he develops as a pitcher to give himself a chance against opposing teams' running games?
Well, wait till this pitch is over.
And Matheny bounces one past Wilson, drawn up infield. Marrero scores 5-0 St. Louis.
We're going to look at this replay again. This is center field. Watch Marrero when he takes off, and watch how now he's 1, 2, 3, 4. He's probably got 4 or 5 steps before Jimmy lets go of the baseball. Now you're either going to have to get a lot faster to the plate, which might take away from getting guys out, or 2, you're going to have to be so deceptive that they can't run right away. They have to be concerned that you're going to bring that leg over and, make the pickoff throw. So then they have to wait. That's the only way to stop that. You have to be so deceptive that they can't run early, or you got to change. You got to change your delivery completely. Dave Littlefield looks like he's going over some stat pages. Does he have a camera in his booth like we do? I'll bet you not.
Probably not.
Who's that? Reedus, Gary Reedus. Yeah. Might be looking at stolen base numbers right there. Gary kind of smirking and shaking his head a little bit.
5-0 St. Louis. 4 Cardinal runs in the third inning. And Morris's third sacrifice bunt of the year. Matheny the second, 2 outs. Score the sacrifice 3-4.
Today we did a little news hit for Sports Beat, and this is kind of what we were talking about, that even though the pitching has improved this year, one thing that hasn't really is how far the starting pitching goes in ball games. And it sure looks like this is going to be one where Jimmy doesn't go very far.
Teams talk on a regular basis about having a horse, a guy that can give you a lot of innings, having at least one guy that can.
Today, sometimes I mess this stuff up. I was doing it real quick. From what I was writing down and doing some math in my head real quick, it looks like we're still averaging less than 6 innings to start, like not even 5 2/3 to start, 5 1/3. And that's just not deep enough.
That's not going to get it done. Anderson averaging just a bit lower than 5 2/3 innings.
That's almost that number you just got at 5.54. I think when I did the overall for the team, I came up with 5.52. So basically, the starters as a whole are doing just about what Jimmy's doing as far as average innings per start.
Cairo flies out to right, but the Cardinals scored 4 runs in the 3rd inning on 5 hits and a man left on base. Five runs on 8 hits, 5-0 St. Louis, bottom of the 3rd. Folks, if you'd like to contact us here in the broadcast booth, or you have a question or comment for our production crew, well, email us by way of foxsports.com on Lycos keyword Pirates booth.
Mark Pedonic will screen him and see if there's anything that he will allow us to look at and answer on the air.
Or believe that we could possibly know the answer to the particular
Mark takes
question.
care of us.
And now Pokey Reese leading off the bottom of the 3rd. Out at first, Cairo's throw handled by Pujols. And Tommy Sant does not agree with Tim Cheetah.
And Tommy decides to beef a little bit, but yeah, they don't change their minds, and so. Oh yeah, he's safe. That ball was a good couple feet from the glove when Pokey hit the bag. There's his foot on the bag, and you could still see that ball bouncing in the air.
And that's the 2nd call that's gone against the Pirates.
Tommy would have been a good umpire. He's hardly ever wrong on those. When he argues, very seldom does he ever mess one up.
And Mac, after watching Tommy argue with the first base umpire, Lloyd McClendon out to discuss the call with Tim Cheetah. We had that pickoff play in the top of the 3rd. The replay seemed to show that the Pirates had the runner picked off. Jimmy Anderson is being lifted for a pinch hitter. Keith Osick is pinch hitting here in the bottom of the 3rd.
I thought maybe Osick might get a start tonight.
Good career numbers against Matt Morris.
Keith is hitting pretty well. Out this time.
And 2 outs. By the way, we're into the final month and a half of this 2002 baseball season, and I guess there's a real good chance that these will be the last weeks for Keith Osick as a Pirate. Whether he'll be given a chance or have an opportunity to come back. The Bucs may be committed to having Humberto Cota come up next year as a backup catcher. The other day I was kidding with Keith and Jason about Keith being my favorite Bucko, and Jason said, you know what, he's my favorite too. Call strike on Kendall. Only one Pirate hit, Jack Wilson single in the 1st. Matt Morris, the 13-game winner, just cruising along like an Gateway Clipper boat.
An Allegheny cruiser.
Yeah. Along the banks. The Pirates beat Morris June 2nd this year at Busch Stadium. That was a dandy breaking ball. St. Louis 5, the Pirates nothing in the 3rd. Matt Morris has retired 7 in a row. Only 2 Pirate base runners through the first 3 innings. 5-0 Redbirds after 3. That's exclusive coverage of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Our producer is Tom Hewitt, director Dennis Galloway, along with associate producers Mark Pedonic and Lynn Holden. Game 2 of this 4-pack series between the Pirates and the Cardinals. The Buccos will be playing St. Louis through Thursday. The Brewers are here this weekend, and the Pirates play 4 in St. Louis Monday through Thursday next week. Ron Valone comes on as the second Pirate pitcher of the night. Jimmy Anderson pitched just 3 innings, allowed 8 hits, 5 runs, all earned. It's Valone's 37th appearance of the year. Two wins, 6 losses. Renteria, Edmonds, and Pujols. The St. Louis Cardinals 2, 3, and 4 hitters last night. This trio of Renteria, Edmonds, and Pujols were a combined 9 for 16. And already in the game, they've gotten together to put up 4 hits and 6 at bats. 1 ball, 1 strike. Delivery. Ball hit to right. Rio sprints towards the corner. And he makes the catch. Tim Cheetah, the first base umpire, going well out into right field, making sure that Armando held out of the ball. Rios with a spectacular play, robbing Renteria of extra bases.
That's just a great job. It looked like the ball was going away from him, too. A little bit of a slice to it. Looked like he took his eye off the ball just the last moment to kind of check to see where that fence was. But had watched it long enough. And that fence had to be on his mind. And when he felt the dirt under his feet, he's thinking, uh-oh, it's getting close. Great play.
Malone backs Edmonds off the plate, ball 1. St. Louis 5, the Pirates nothing. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Cardinals just 4 and 7 in August. 2.5 games in front of the Reds, 2.5 better than the Astros. Houston won this afternoon at Wrigley Field 5-4.
Lineup for Valone to pitch against tonight, coming out of the bullpen. Is still stacked, of course, with all those right-hand hitters. Edmonds up there right now, the lone lefty.
Kapler needs a ball and 2 strikes. Gapper to right center field. Ball played on a bounce by Rios. And Jim Edmonds has his 2nd hit of the game, 5th hit of the series.
A couple of pretty good arms on the outfield right now with Rios, Makoviak side by side.
Here's our Aflac trivia question for the night. Brian Giles has hit 30 or more home runs in 4 consecutive seasons. Who was the first Pirate to hit 30 home runs in a campaign? We'll check the answer in the bottom of the inning. Pujols playing first base tonight. Tino Martinez not in the Cardinals starting lineup. It's a pretty versatile Cardinal club. They've got guys that can play a number of different positions and a real good bench, guys that can come off the bench and contribute.
A perfect team for Tony La Russa to manage. He likes to do a lot of different things. Likes to experiment with his lineup for a while there. For a long while, I think for at least 1 whole season, maybe even did it longer than that. When they had McGuire, they used to hit the pitcher 8. That way was sure to get McGuire to the plate in that very first inning because McGuire would be hitting third. But then the rest of the game, he'd have 3 regular players hitting in front of him. So then he'd essentially be a cleanup hitter.
Up on the right side. Second baseman Pokey Reese taking charge. 2 outs. While we're talking about McGuire, and also we just had Jim Edmonds in the batter's box. The Cardinals are somewhat confident that they can re-sign Scott Rolen because when McGuire came over, he was in the last year of a contract. The folks in St. Louis, Cardinal fans embraced McGuire, and he wanted to stay. And same story with Jim Edmonds. Now they're hoping it'll happen with Scott Rolen.
Rolen from somewhere in that area also?
Yeah, he's from Jasper, Indiana, 3 hours outside St. Louis. Rolen used to come over from Jasper to Busch Stadium to watch Ozzie Smith and Willie McGee and the Cardinals pitch up high ball 1. And reportedly, the Reds made a better offer for Rolen, but then at the last second, the Reds pulled out of the deal. They were not confident that they could re-sign Rolen, that they had the wherewithal, the financial wherewithal to keep Rolen in Cincinnati. The Reds.
I don't think they need Rolen in Cincinnati. I don't think that'd be a good fit for them. Unless they're planning on Aaron Boone.
Yeah, they were talking about playing Aaron Boone at shortstop. That's right.
Okay.
The stories had it that Brandon Larson, Scott Williamson, and Todd Walker were going to be traded to Philadelphia for Scott Rolen.
Cincinnati, they'd probably be better off, I would think, going for some starting pitching than another bat. That's a pretty solid lineup. I'm really surprised this year by the Reds. I thought they would have fallen away by now. They're hanging in there.
Cincinnati trailing Arizona tonight 1-0 in the 4th inning. Well, last homestand we had a bat in the bullpen. I guess we've got a rabbit today. Edmonds almost got stepped on.
Quick step off move. Both players have to break back. Boy, if the tag would have been there, he is out.
Three balls, 1 strike, 1 on, 2 outs.
Yeah, that's a tough play for the pitcher. That quick throw like that with KY breaking back to the bag just as fast as the runner. You got to make a pretty perfect leading him to the bag pickoff throw. You're going to throw it away. You know, as hard as he is, you know, going back to the bag, if you throw it behind him, the other driver, he's not going to be able to catch that ball, especially being a right-handed thrower.
Now Kevin moves behind Edmonds to count 3-2 on Scott Rolen. St. Louis 5, the Pirates nothing, 4th inning. Edmonds runs, ball dropped back into the seats. Ron Vallone in relief of Jimmy Anderson. Ron Vallone, who was in the Pirates starting rotation at the outset of the season, had the starting call in the season opener at New York and lost to Al Leiter, and then got the starting assignment in the season opener and beat the Reds on the 8th of April. Runner going, Edmonds moves, the pitch inside. Ron Vallone walks Rolen, 2 men on, 2 outs for Eduardo Perez. And Malone wants to talk to Kendall.
Malone is a left-handed pitcher just like Jimmy Anderson, but they have a different style. Malone likes to pitch in, try to jam the right-hand hitters, loves to throw that cutter constantly. Jimmy's bread and butter pitch is going away from him, trying to move the ball the other direction. See a lot more pop flies and foul ball or fly balls drawn out there.
Scored 1 run of the first inning. Rolen singled in Renteria, then 4 Cardinal runs in the third. Rolen singled in Edmonds to make it 2-0. Double by Marrero, knocking home runs 3 and 4. And Matheny base hit drove in run number 5. One ball, one strike. The Phillies lead Atlanta 2-0 on a 2-run homer by Mike Lieberthal. The Phillies leading Milwaukee 2-0. Excuse me, 2-0 over the Brewers.
It's all right. I didn't know how many outs there were a while ago. We're even now.
Ball popped up to left field. And is out number 3. No runs, 1 hit, a walk, and 2 men left. The Cardinals have stranded 7, but at the end of 3.5, the Redbirds lead our Buccos 5-0. We need to provide you with tonight's Aflac trivia answer. The question: Brian Giles has hit 30 or more home runs in 4 consecutive seasons. Who was the first Pirate to hit 30 home runs in a season? And the answer: Ralph Kiner, 51 in 1947. And speaking of Aflac and ducks, don't forget the Rotary Ducky Derby. Aflac's one of our sponsors. Part of a Quackfest weekend here at the ballpark. On Saturday night, September the 7th, the Pirates will give away rubber duckies, courtesy of Bayer, and then the Rotary Ducky Derby on that Sunday, September the 8th. Jack Wilson, who has the only Pirate hit of the game, flies out to right field for the start of the 4th inning. 5-0 Redbirds. Well, Matt Morris retiring all but 2 Pirates so far in the game. Base hit by Jack in the first, and Giles walked in the opening frame. Bryan batting .455 this year against St. Louis. The Pirates are 5-5 against the Cardinals in the 2002 season. One ball and 1 strike. The Cardinals have won 9 of 12 from the Astros. And the Cardinals have the advantage over the Reds 7-5. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Matt Morris, 22 wins last year, 13-7 this year. Ball into the seats.
Time for the league lead last year, 22. With Schilling. He is one of the best.
Randy Johnson won 21. John Lieber won 20.
You have guys going around the league and give me a top 5. Give me a rotation. Morris is probably in most of those.
Takes the ball out of the dirt. 2 outs in the 4th. The Pirates and Cardinals again tomorrow night, and Thursday the Brewers are here for a 3-game series this weekend. Fireworks show after the ball game Friday night, courtesy of UPMC. For tickets, call 1-877-893-BUCKS or log on to PittsburghPirates.com. 7:05 game time. The Pirates and the Brewers, fireworks after the ball game, and then it's the Pirates against the Brewers Saturday night and again on Sunday afternoon. Renteria throws out Aramis Ramirez.
Quick inning.
And Matt Morris has set down 10 straight. cannot be reproduced or retransmitted in any form without the express written consent of the Pittsburgh Pirates. A couple of shots of young baseball fans at the ballpark. That one shot of a young lad on his dad's lap. And 20 years from now, that young guy will be thinking about the days that he went to the ballpark with his father. The ball just outside third by Eli Marrero. It's quite amazing to talk to longtime baseball fans and to hear them wax poetically and with a lot of nostalgia in their voice about those times when they'd go to the ballpark with their parents or their grandparents. And lasting memories.
You heard me talking about a bunch last road trip when we were at Dodger Stadium. Every place around there. I remember going down the escalators and all of that stuff.
And one night Bob and I were standing out by the team bus in center field, and as Bob was looking back, taking in that gorgeous view of Dodger Stadium, and some of the great stories of Bob growing up in LA and some of the times we were at Dodger Stadium. Bob indicated on our broadcast he was also a big Angels fan. I guess the Angel ballpark a little further away from your home.
It's a ways down there, yeah. I'm north of LA, or I was, and so I did make it down to the Big A twice.
And Marrero needed another bat. It looked a little bit like Nomar Garciaparra there, didn't he?
Yeah.
I think a key to coming out to the ballpark as a young baseball fan is to decide or try to convince your parents how often you should go to the concession stand or how often you should get the attention of a vendor.
I would imagine they go for just about every inning.
Leaping Pokey Reese making the catch. One away in the fifth inning. 5-0 St. Louis.
Well, this Thursday on the Best Damn Sports Show period, he is back.
Oh.
If you missed Iron Mike Tyson's appearance on the Best Damn set last week, you won't want to miss it when he makes his return. The former heavyweight champion of the world comes back to finish what he started, and he's got plenty left to say. Don't miss Mike Tyson in an exclusive tell-all interview. The Best Damn Sports Show period's All-Star Summer will continue Thursday at 8 and 11 twice, right here on Fox Sports Net. Iron Mike.
Base hit to left field. Mike Matheny's second hit. It is a one-out double. And the St. Louis Cardinals have 10 hits already in the game. It's a Cardinal team that scored 9 runs Sunday in beating the Mets and 10 runs against the Pirates last night.
And they already, as you mentioned earlier, a ton of guys left on base, 7 of them total. But they've also scored 5 runs tonight. It has been all St. Louis.
Mike Matheny, who played on a summer league team with David Bell and Adam Heisdu. See if LaRussa has Morris bunting. Runner at second, 1 out. Morris did not show bunt. Ball 1. 5-0 St. Louis.
Secret weapon.
Base hit to right center field by Matt Morris, the pitcher. Matheny scores. Makoviak's throw goes to second base. 6-0 St. Louis. Matt Morris's 3rd RBI of the year.
Kind of rubs a little salt in the wound. Everybody going up there getting hits, knocking in runs, and now the pitcher Morris has gotten in the act.
Top of the batting order for Miguel Cairo. No hits and 2 at-bats, plus a hit batsman in the game. It's well known that former Pirate manager manager Jim Leland, good friend of Tony La Russa, and the Cardinal general manager Walt Jocketty, that Jim is currently scouting for the Cardinals. Now, you sat down today with Jim. That's an interview that's going to be a part of our pregame shows next week.
The subject matter was managers and head coaches that are real successful. Why do they at some point all of a sudden say no more and hang it up? We hear the term manager burnout, and the reason I started thinking about that was the rumors that were going around Pac-Bell that maybe Dusty Baker is, even though he's been very successful there, he's had a 10-year run, maybe he was thinking about at least taking some time off and not coming back next year. And I started thinking about that'd be a good thing to talk to Jim about.
So line drive caught by Kevin Young, 2 outs.
And Jim, by the way, I mentioned that to him, and he had talked to Dusty when the Giants were out here, and he didn't think that Baker is gonna hang it up. He thinks he will be back.
Did you ask Jimmy if someday he'd come back to manage a major league team?
Watch the interview, you'll find out.
Oh, that's the way to sell it. All coming up as part of our pregame shows. One of our pregame shows. We got a bunch of them next week.
Oh, look at this. What we got?
Those Dippin' Dots.
Another base hit. I need some Dippin' Dots right about now.
Base hit by Renteria, his 2nd of the day and 5th of the series.
There's some ice cream. Will cool off the.
James from Aramark. What flavors do we have? Oh, this is the. Wait a minute, you were in the radio booth first?
What is this over here? Is that dry ice? Ooh, that stuff's pretty neat, isn't it?
Give James a tip. We have 2 for.
You ever play around with the dry ice? There's
No.
all sorts of cool stuff with dry ice. No, I'm a chocolate guy. I gotta have chocolate. Is this chocolate?
Yeah.
I'm taking chocolate.
All right, James, thank you, but remember next time, Bob and Lanny first, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you know you were on camera? You got a smile?
Jeff, Saddam, folks, good to have you with us. You got it.
Dippin' Dots, one of the great treats here at PNC Park. I never had one until this year.
See, this is how Cracker Jack got started. It's the early stages of a major baseball tradition. Look at you.
I don't even know how to explain what these things are. Here, they're like gravel, like chocolate gravel. It's cold.
1-1 on Jim Edmonds. 6-0 St. Louis. Five runs off Jimmy Anderson, 1 run off Ron Vallone. Base hit to center field. Morris around third. He scores, just got in ahead of the throw. Morris coming in, standing up. It is now 7-0 St. Louis. Jim Edmonds 3 hits, and on the RBI single, Renteria goes to second.
Yeah, Makoviak again unloading a pretty strong one. Really wasn't in a good position to make a quick throw. He had to take that crow hop.
Rob Makoviak suffering the strained oblique muscle, making a throw to the plate against the San Francisco Giants, and the Giants were here, and Rob was trying to throw out Kenny Lofton. A lot of the folks in the Pirate dugout extremely impressed by that Makoviak throw, and even some thought that though the Pirates didn't get the call, that Lofton should have been called out. And Makoviak missed 6 games because of the side injury. Finally got back into pinch hit and play right field in the Sunday game against the Giants. Jack Wilson's throw to Pokey Reese, the force out of Jim Edmonds. It's the 3rd out of the inning, but the Cardinals pick up 2 runs on 4 hits. They leave 2 men on base.
Brought to you by Pepsi, the joy of cola.
For some Dippin' Dots, for others plain ice cream cone. And it's the bottom of the 5th inning. The Pirates trail 7-0. Only one Pirate hit, Jack Wilson single in the first. And Pauline Ostrowski of Carnegie, the Giant Eagle contestant, second of the night.
We need a flurry of home runs now. Down by 7. Just about as one-sided of a ball game as we have seen in a while. Cardinals with their 13 base hits, 7 runs. The Buccos have gotten 1 base hit.
And what are the chances to come back in this ball game against the Cardinal 13-game winner, Matt Morris? Matt Morris has a shutout this year. He blanked the Chicago Cubs on May 13th. It's a 4-hit shutout that day. San Francisco, Atlanta, no score in the 3rd. In Atlanta, Greg Maddux pitching for the Braves. And the second Pirate hit. As the right-handed Morris have retired 10 straight Pirate batters. Ball game in the 5th inning. It is 7-0 Cardinals. The NFL on Fox returns with a preseason look at 2 Super Bowl contenders. Brian Urlacher and the hard-hitting Bears defense getting a chance to go toe-to-toe against Marshall Faulk and the explosive Rams offense. The NFL on Fox, Friday at 8. Check your local listings for the Fox Sports affiliate in your area. Evans fly ball to center. Edmonds catching it, 1 out. Makoviak back to first. Bottom of the 5th inning, 7-0 Cardinals. The UPMC injury update. A couple of Pirates on the 60-day DL. You talked to Dave Williams, didn't you, in your pregame interview yesterday?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Dave. I mean, he's very upbeat, anxious to get back out there. I talked to Biggie about him also. Biggie kind of said that it doesn't matter how anxious he is, he's going to stay on his schedule, and if he does so, he'll be ready to pitch next spring training. Right now, they're just trying to make sure they get the range of motion in that shoulder back to where it needs to be. I said in that first inning, you don't have many opportunities against a guy like Morris, and when you get him, you got to cash him in. We hit into that double play. Nothing has happened since then. Well, here we get a leadoff single. If you get any chance of getting back in this ball game, we got to put some kind of number on the board this inning.
Armando Rios 1 for 22 since coming off the disabled list. 3 balls and 1 strike. The Cardinals scored 1 run in the first, 4 in the 3rd, 2 in the 5th. What is it that makes Morris so effective?
Well, it's a combination of control, velocity on the fastball. He can move the fastball. He throws 4-seamers up. He's got 2-seamer that he sinks down. He's got good control of his curveball.
Runner going. Rios walks. Makoviak gets second base. Pirates down by 7. Makoviak running on a 3-2 pitch with 1 out.
It starts with him with just good stuff. That stuff that when you see him warm up in a bullpen will, like, you know, kind of pop your eyes out a little bit. Say, boy, this guy can throw. He's got a great arm. But then he does something with it with control. He knows what he's doing out there, and he can make the ball move a little bit. And most of the time, he's got pretty good control.
What's interesting about Morris tonight, and he's pitching a 2-hit shutout, is that in his first 25 starts of the year, he was averaging 8 strikeouts per 9 innings of work, 6th in the league in strikeouts, and yet he does not have a strikeout tonight.
Well, one thing that happens, and I have no idea if this is the case, but if you get a big lead, you try to conserve your pitches and not go for strikeouts. And maybe not throw that many of those big hooks that he just threw right there to Pokey. I don't know if that's what he's trying to do, but there are, situations where you're way out in front and you just start pumping, some sinkers, hard sinkers, and then just try and get outs and not worry about strikeouts. And if they put the first couple of balls in play to each hitter, that's fine. You just want to get the inning going as quick as you can, and maybe really not start working on guys unless you get a couple on like he has now.
Pokey Reese gets his first career hit off Matt Morris, and that loads the bases. Pokey was 0 for 13 against Morris before this single to center. Bases loaded. Abraham Nunez is getting ready to bat for Ron Vallone.
Again, he's not really trying to do a whole lot. That was an 0-2 fastball, looked like just right down the middle. Didn't go for a strikeout, curveball in the dirt, anything like that. Watch the location. Straight as a string, about the middle of the thigh, looked like middle of the plate.
The bases are loaded, 1 out. Nunez, the switch hitter, batting for Ron Vallone. Vallone pitched 2 innings, gave up 2 runs. The Pirates starter Jimmy Anderson worked just 3 innings and gave up 5 runs. Last night's starter Brian Meadows alongside Jimmy Anderson. Brian pitched so effectively first 3 innings and ran into trouble after that. Pitching inside 1-1. Brian Meadows retired the first 10 Cardinals last evening, but then retired just 3 of the next 10. Cardinal infield at double play depth.
Well, real sharp, big hook.
Now is he thinking strikeout?
He might be. He might be thinking, well, I got a big lead, but also a couple earned runs out there if I let him get in. He might be going for the K. A 1-2 pitch. It's not a big risk to go for a strikeout.
Base hit by Nunez. Makoviak scores. Rios to third, Reese to second. And now the Pirates are on the board. The Cardinal lead is 7-1.
Tried to throw that ball by him upstairs, jammed him. Maybe another explanation. Maybe Morris just doesn't quite have the steam that on that fastball that he normally does. Nunez is able to fight it off instead of swing and miss.
Jason Kendall 0 for 2. Jason has 998 career hits. Bases loaded, 1 out. Cardinals 7, Pirates 1. High road to Renteria to Pujols. Kendall grounding into a double play. The Pirates pick up a run on 3 hits. At the end of 5, St. Louis 7, the Pirates 1.
Pittsburgh Pirates baseball on Fox Sports Net is brought to you by Chrysler. Drive equals love.
After 5 innings, the Cardinals 7 runs, 13 hits, no errors. The Pirates 1 run, 4 hits, and 1 error. Second game of the homestand. The Cardinals are here through Thursday, and the weekend series against the Milwaukee Brewers. And Mike Lincoln comes on. Third Pirate pitcher of the night. And Mike's 35th appearance. No wins, 3 losses, no saves. Mike rejoined the ball club in San Francisco. Jack was the losing pitcher on Saturday to the Giants.
All these right-handed hitters coming up, and as many breaking balls as Lincoln likes to throw. This would be a good opportunity for him to put up a couple of zeros.
Mike had been sent down to the minor leagues in late July when Brian Meadows came up to go into the rotation. Rolen flies out to left fielder Brian Giles. San Francisco 4, Atlanta nothing in the third. Jeff Kent has hit his 25th home run of the year, and the Dodgers lead Montreal 3-2 in the 6th. Arizona 3, Cincinnati nothing in the 5th inning. The Diamondbacks lead the Dodgers by 7 in the West. The Giants are 7.5 out of first place. In the National League wild card standings, LA a half game better than San Francisco. Balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 6th inning. Slow and away. Congratulations to Altoona curve infielder Kevin Sepsic, named Eastern League Player of the Week, and left-handed pitcher John Graba selected as the league's pitcher of the week. Ryan Vogelsong pitched for Altoona yesterday. He was the losing pitcher, giving up 5 runs in 4 innings. Ryan, who had been pitching in the minor leagues on a rehab assignment, recently was activated and then optioned to Altoona.
Well, Ryan's going through right now at Altoona what we saw Chris Benson go through for most of this year. There'll be a lot of ups and downs for him.
Jack Wilson with a fine move to his left, and Jack throws out Eduardo Perez, 2 outs.
Nice little pickup on the other end by KY.
That late lunge by Jack got rid of the ball in a hurry.
Gave KY a long hop. A little easier to make that catch than that one that hits out there about 3 feet in front of you on the dirt. That one bounced all the way out on the grass. Gives Kevin Young a longer time to look at it and judge how high or how low it's going to bounce. Players used to do on the AstroTurf with a long turf hop.
Mike Lincoln enjoys a 1-2-3, top of the 6th. At the end of 5.5 innings, the Cardinals 7, the Pirates 1. Ash will lead off the bottom of the 6th inning. He'll be followed by Giles and Ramirez. Our Coors Light, what's on tap? The Pirates and Cardinals tomorrow night. Game time 7:05. Kip Wells versus Andy Bennis. Wells 11-9, Bennis 1-3. We were supposed to see Andy Bennis as the Cardinals starter when the Redbirds were here several weeks ago in the Sunday game of the series, but Bennis pitched out of the bullpen in the middle game of the series after the Cardinals picked up Chuck Finley.
Hey, Lanny, well, I've wondered about this before. It's been a while since I brought it up. With all the great telescopes and things we have, do you think they could actually see some of the stuff we left up there on the moon? See if it's still there? The moon rover, for instance, you know, does it still have its battery and its hubcaps on it, or has it been stripped? And, you know.
Has it been stripped? You mean Martians have landed?
Well, you don't know. You leave it up there on the moon all by itself, unattended.
Is this something you've been thinking about for several days, or just popped into your head?
I was just wondering about it. I think that it's parked right over in here somewhere. Last time I looked at my moon map. I just heard that it's okay because it's got the club on it. You know, the steering wheel off.
From Winter International.
Well, that's good news.
So you're okay now? You've got the answer that you wanted to your
Well,
question?
I still want to see it, but I feel better now about it. It's got the club on it. That's okay.
Jack Wilson is 2 for 3. The Pirates had only 1 hit through the first 4 innings off Matt Morris. The Bucks have come up with 4 hits over the last 2 innings. 7-1 St. Louis. Well, if you're going to have a cheese fest on Federal Street, make it against a team from Wisconsin. On Saturday, 4 to 7, live music by Velveeta. It all fits. Games and activities for the entire family. For tickets, call 1-877-893-BUCKS or log on to PittsburghPirates.com. Bucks and Brewers on Saturday.
Loved Velveeta as a kid.
Not anymore?
Favorite fishing bait.
Oh.
Fish with it and have lunch, too.
Why didn't Pujols step on first? Well, it doesn't matter. He got the double play anyways. He was right there at the base, but elected to get the first out on the force of Jack Wilson at second, then the return throw from Renneria. 3 ground ball double plays behind Morris.
He is a half a step away. Yeah, in his mind, maybe he's just thinking as fast as Jack is, I got a better shot at going that way. Was hit hard. Takes that extra step, gets to first base. Maybe the throw's offline just a little bit. Jack gets in there. Because Jack's pretty nimble. Jack can be quick.
Rob Rossi is right. You are the man. Today, in case you've not seen your Post-Gazette, Bob talks about rules of the road. That's the feature today. Only subscribe to the Post-Gazette 1 day a week, Tuesdays. 2 out, 6th inning, 7-1 in favor of the Cardinals. For the Cardinals, Scott Rolen and Eli Marrero, 2 RBIs apiece. Matheny, Morris, and Edmonds, 1 each. And Matt Morris gets his first strikeout of the game. It comes in the 6th inning. It ends the 6th inning. Now to the 7th. Cardinals 7, Pirates 1. Exclusively on Fox Sports Net. And our ball game shifting into the 7th inning. Well, there's a lot of activity in the Pirate front offices yesterday. Higher management anxious to go out to watch the batting practice of a quote-unquote prospect. I was curious as to what was going on. Then I found out that it was just Jim Rohr. And I talked to Jim today. He was most appreciative of the fact that you and Greg didn't beat up on him.
It's a nice swing.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Real good looking swing. He just keeps the front shoulder down, tries to drive the ball toward right center.
You're not just saying that because you have a
Hey,
home equity loan with PNC?
Watch. I might need one soon. Watch that front shoulder stay down. Boom, drive that ball to right field. Do it again. Bam, there we go. Key to fix the glasses after each pitch, too. You have to do that.
Jim wearing number 30 in tribute to his 30 years with PNC.
That's another thing about this camera we have up here. Everybody now knows I can't see, that I gotta wear these cheaters to read my scorecard.
Well, I told you from day one that you put them on that you look extremely intelligent when you're wearing them.
No. It's either wear these or stand up so I can read the scorecards on the counter.
Jack goes with a diving stop. And he throws out Matheny. The Pirates are down by 6, but Jack knows only one way to play.
Yes, he does. He can bounce up as quick as anybody I've ever seen. It's made of rubber.
Coming up this weekend on Fox Saturday Baseball, Derek Jeter and the defending American League champion New York Yankees against the Seattle Mariners. A rematch of last year's American League Championship Series. Saturday on Fox. Check your local listings for the start time in your area. Now, it is significant which team has the best record in each league. Currently, the New York Yankees 72-44, the Mariners 72-46. Important in terms of how the postseason is set up and which teams get the home field advantage. Of course, the wild card team, a wild card entry, cannot have the advantage in the first 2 rounds of the playoffs. And 2 outs in the 7th inning.
And we're going to show the art box. Everybody gets to see my
Your
glasses now. It's because I'd have to do this if we did it before. When are we going to show our art
How
box?
about right now? This is our promotion for Sunday.
I'm going to open it up. I've closed it now. No, I can't get it open.
Well, first of all, show the cover.
Okay, the cover's beautiful. Look at that shot. PNC Park from the river, from across the river. Oh, there we go. Now we can see it. The inside, so look how complete this thing is. You've got your colored pencils, your markers, your crayons, pastels, watercolors, and you can see Steve's been here. There's Pearl the eraser.
Pearl the eraser.
Steve names all of his erasers Pearl. So it's got Pearl in here. And I put it to work. I don't know. I guess I should have pressed a little harder with the pencil, but I was kind of doodling around here a little bit earlier, trying to show everybody what it's capable of.
Robert Vernon Picasso.
Yeah. We're going to have to bring one of these on the airplane for Tommy Sam. But this is a great thing. Your kids are going to love it.
And the strikeout of Miguel Cairo ends the inning. How about Mike Lincoln? 2 perfect innings of relief work. 7-1 Cardinals. Now let's check in with Los Angeles, find out what's coming up. The sports update.
Around to really find a good one, but this is it. First and second, 1 out, and Kendall hit into the double play. It looked like the Pirates maybe were going to put some kind of an inning together, but with that double play, they ended up just getting 1 run on the board, and that was it.
3 double plays.
Were loaded when that ball was hit.
That's correct.
Yeah, I said first and second. Now bases were loaded, and that's why it's our pins off protection play.
3 ground ball double plays behind Matt Morris.
Now, yesterday we had a young man out in the bleachers hold up a sign that said, "It's my birthday, Brian Giles, please hit a home run." And the very next inning, Giles put one almost right next to him. That was really an amazing thing last night.
Well, that's truly responding to fan support. Donald Ogden of Clearfield is our Giant Eagle contestant. We want to make sure everybody understands that the kids' art kits will be given away on Sunday for the 1:35 game against the Milwaukee Brewers.
Yeah.
It's on Sunday, the final game of this homestand. Kids' art kit day.
I was talking to Tom. Forgot to put down my back.
Tom who?
Is that guy's name in the truck? Makoviak down on strikes. Now here it is again. I'm going to show it one more time. Brought to you by the Sony Technology Center. And now we'll open it up. And I forgot to point out also, it comes with glue. Parents will be glad that it has glue in here. And it also has a pencil sharpener to keep those colored pencils nice and sharp.
Foul ball. The ball came off Kevin's leg while he was standing in the batter's box.
So pick one up Sunday. 12 and under.
I've got to try to get one of those for my 20-year-old daughter. I know it's for 12 and under.
Oh,
but
still
can you use your influence to get me one? My daughter is a student at the University of the Arts in Philadelphia.
Steve told me that he has 40 of these on order. 40. I don't know what he has planned for him, but he's going to have an art party or something.
Steve has a couple of grandchildren, but not 40.
There he is. going to do with the 500 crayons he's going to have.
He looks a little perturbed. He might be upset that we named the eraser in the kit Pearl. I think he's a little possessive about that.
Might be using Pearl right now. Looks like he's racing. Well, Steve, put Pearl up. You know, we have been over there in this situation before, and the monitor is sitting in front of you, and you're sitting there thinking, what are they saying about me?
Base hit to right center. Kevin Young singles after 1 out. Cardinals lead at 7-1. The Redbirds knocking Jimmy Anderson out of this ball game after 3 innings. Cardinals scored 1 in the first, 4 runs in the third, 2 in the fifth. The Pirates picked up a run in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Well, with Mike Lincoln coming in and retiring 6 hitters in a row, a couple of zeros up on the board, it at least gives you hope that you're still in this ball game, even though you're 6 runs down. That maybe you've at least stopped the leaking of the pipes, and maybe now you can pump some of the water out of the basement.
Rios flied to left in the 2nd, walked in the 5th. Armando with a spectacular diving catch at the line in the 4th inning. On a ball hit by Renteria. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rios still looking for his first home run as a Pirate. Played only a couple of games for the Bucks last year before suffering the knee injury. He had been picked up from the San Francisco Giants in late July. Rios and Ryan Vogelsong for Jason Schmidt and John Vanderwall. Line drive, and Cairo makes the catch, looking to get the double play. What was that little?
I hope we have that on tape.
By Kevin Young. What was that all about?
I hope we have that on tape. Cairo was going to throw the ball to first base to try and double off KY, and I don't know if he thought he was going to get hit in the back or what. Now, just keep your eyes on KY after the catch as he goes back to first. Watch him. What was that?
Pokey Reese flies out to right fielder Perez. No runs, 1 hit, and a man left. Through 7, the Cardinals. Okay, Kevin. Kevin Young did not take too much good-natured kidding. Nobody seemed all that concerned about getting alongside Kevin in between the bottom of the 7th and top of the 8th. Dave McKay, first base coach, came over, seemed to be asking Kevin about that little disco move of his.
He had a nice little smile on his face. I'd love to know what Kevin was jumping over.
And Edgar Renteria, 3 hits last night and 3 hits today. And a program reminder coming up after the ball game. Guy Junker and Rob King present Pittsburgh Sports Tonight. You'll get an update on Steelers rookie tackle Kendall Simmons. The Post-Gazette's Gene Collier says Steeler fans shouldn't panic yet. And Stan Savran will tell us why he thinks a baseball strike is necessary. All that and more on Pittsburgh Sports Tonight. Well, Renteria 3 for 5 this evening. Edmonds 3 for 4. Pujols 2 for 4. And that means the Cardinals 2, 3, and 4 hitters are a combined 17 for 29 in this series. Liner caught by Lincoln. Double play.
That is about as vicious a line drive as I've ever seen anybody actually catch. That's the kind that go off your body.
And as precarious a position a pitcher can be in.
Just no reaction time, and then had the wherewithal to get the double play. He caught that about right where his face was. Oof. ball. It's on his way. Oh, he never even saw it. He turned his head, threw the glove up there in the direction of the baseball, and it just went in.
And Albert Pujols has 3. This is really something. Last night, Renteria, Edmonds, Pujols, 3 hits apiece. Tonight, Renteria, Edmonds, Pujols, 3 hits apiece.
Hitting 2, 3, 4 in the lineup. Why they're there. You put those guys together, they bunch their hits together, and that's how you get the big innings.
And Scott Rolen has 2 hits tonight, 1 hit last night, a home run. And the Cardinals collected 16 hits last night. You saw just a moment ago to show the scoreboard. The Redbirds had 15 this evening. Fly ball to right center field. Off the wall. Pujols around third. The ball still in play. Rios gets it to Reese. It is a triple for Scott Rolen. Pujols scoring the Cardinals' 8th run. 8-1 is the score. St. Louis.
Some of the fans, as that play was starting to unfold right at the end, you could hear them start to boo. They wanted to see him try to get an inside the park home run. Oquendo held him up. Nobody liked that. Koviak didn't have his arm extended out all the way. Thought he was going to make contact with the wall before he actually did. As it was, he made pretty hard contact with the wall.
Kerry Robinson batting for Eduardo Perez. Eighth inning, Cardinals 8, Pirates 1. Los Angeles in front of Montreal 3-2 in the 8th. The Giants 4, the Braves 1, 5th inning. And it's Arizona 5, Cincinnati 1 in the 7th. The Astros beat the Cubs this afternoon 5-4. If the Reds lose and the Cardinals win, Houston will be in second place, 3 out. The Reds in third place, they'd be 3.5 back. 5 runs off Jimmy Anderson, who pitched 3 innings. Ron Vallone pitched 2 and gave up 2 runs, and now 1 run off Mike Lincoln. Third ball away, signaled by Kendall. Good ball in.
I'm talking about Makoviak hitting the ball pretty hard. Hitting the wall pretty hard. They say ball or wall. Hit it so hard he knocked out the out-of-town scores.
Not even close at first base. A run scores. Rolen comes home. 9-1 St. Louis.
Robinson 2 steps by the bag. I think Ramirez thought maybe he had more time than he did.
He shouldn't have thought he would have more time, considering Kerry Robinson, left-handed batter, moving down the line pretty well.
I think he took about 4 steps after that ball hit his glove. Somebody like Robinson, you got to get rid of it faster than that. Count how many steps he takes after 1, 2, 3, 4. Threw it as he was making his 5th step.
St. Louis 9, the Pirates 1 in the 8th. What kind of first baseman do you think Aramis would make? Because I've heard some rumblings that there are those in the organization that wonder if Aramis at some point, if he's going to be a contributor for the ball club, ought to play first base.
I really don't know. I'm not real sure about that.
Ground ball on the 4 side at second base. 2 runs on 4 hits and a man left on base. Cardinals 9, Pirates 1.
Pittsburgh Pirates baseball on Fox Sports Net is brought to you by Advance Auto Parts. The best part is our people. And by your local Jeep dealers. Jeep, there's only one.
Bottom of the 8th inning, Kerry Robinson, who was a pinch hitter in the top of the inning, stayed in the game to play right field. The attendance tonight, 17,609. Last night, just 15,700. So for the first 2 games against the division-leading Cardinals, 33,309.
That's the first green one I've seen this year. I've seen a lot of brown mantises.
Safe Auto Insurance total, $2,260. Mike Benjamin pinch hitting. 1 out. Bottom of the 8th, the Cardinals 9, the Pirates 1.
I wonder how good a player Kerry Robinson is. I mean, is he just an extra outfielder? Could he be an everyday player? He looks like he's got some great tools. So with Jim Edmonds on that Cardinal club, he's not going to be playing out there in center field anytime soon.
Jason Kendall, 2 hits away from 1,000, 0 for 3 in the game.
Just a thought.
You weren't looking to me for an answer, were you?
No. I said what I wanted to say. Let everyone else read between the lines.
Oh, okay. You know any club that needs a center fielder?
No.
Matt Morris, 22-game winner last year, a couple of complete games, and 1 complete game, a shutout this year. Working in the 8th inning. Cardinals 9, Pirates 1. Pretty impressive, the cool way that Morris dealt with that comebacker.
The backhand, it kind of came up a little higher than he expected, stayed with it.
Didn't get all that flustered.
He's got that room so he can move because he's got that top button undone, you know. It's not holding him in, so he can just kind of let it flow. Doing pitches, he does something that I see a lot of pitchers do. And the first guy I ever saw do that was Oral Hershiser. He will look down at his feet. Denny Nagel does this. He'll watch him look down at the ground in front of him, and he'll slowly. I didn't do that. I think we have to have a closer shot to really see him watch his eyes. It's like he draws an imaginary line across the ground all the way to the catcher's glove. Now, Hershiser used to really do it. Now that I'm bringing this up, he's not going to do it. Hershiser was really, doing it every single pitch. It was an obvious type thing. He would stand there. He'd put his chin on his chest, and you could watch him slowly raise his head as he would draw that line right across the ground, right to the catcher's glove. He'd take a sign, and then boom, go.
It is a 1-2-3, bottom of the 8th. St. Louis 9 runs, 17 hits. The Pirates 1 run, 6 hits. Exclusive coverage of the Pittsburgh Pirates on Fox Sports Net. St. Louis 9, the Pirates 1. And these changes for the Pirates in the 9th inning. Craig Wilson takes over behind the plate, replacing Jason Kendall. Scott Sauerbeck to pitch. Bucks and Cardinals again tomorrow night. It will be Kip Wells and Andy Bennis as the starters. Put Craig Wilson in the 9th spot of the Pirate batting order. Scott Sauerbeck's name goes in the number 1 spot. And Scott, the 4th Pirate pitcher of the night. Mike DeFelice in the on-deck circle getting ready to bat for Matt Morris.
That's a favorite view of yours, Lanny.
That's a great shot.
It's the visiting manager view.
Just about.
You're probably looking over LaRusse's shoulder right there.
Hit number 18 for the Cardinals. Mike Matheny's third hit of the night. Well, listen to these hit totals. The total of 18: Renteria, Edmonds, Pujols, Rolen, and Matheny, 3 hits apiece. There's 15. Robinson 1, Marrero 1, Morris 1.
Morris is done for the night. Good solid ball game, 8 innings, gave up just 1 run on 6 hits. Police hitting for him.
Back out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. 97 pitches for Matt Morris. 8 innings.
Very efficient. He didn't get all those strikeouts that he normally does. If he would have had 7 or 8 strikeouts, he would probably have a pitch count more up around 115 or so.
Morris in line to win his 14th. After winning 22 games last year.
The way the Cardinals have kind of scuffled around with their starting pitchers this year. Morris is the only guy that has been in that rotation the entire season. They will probably be shopping for a starter this winter.
Three balls and 2 strikes, 1 on, nobody out. There's a good bit on the Pirates shopping list.
Yeah, I was just thinking about what Mac and the Pirates are going to be looking for, and it'll be a bunch.
It's a matter of prioritizing what you can do, and Sauerbeck is able to throw out the DeFelice. Real fine play by Scott Sauerbeck coming down the back slope of the mound. 1 out on the play. Matheny goes to second.
There's a little over the shoulder catch in traffic.
And Kevin might have been clipped by the runner DeFelice going up the line. Top of the order, Miguel Cairo. And just 2 members of the Cardinals starting lineup failing to march in the hit parade tonight. Cairo's one of them, 0 for 4. The other, Eduardo Perez. Perez checked out of the ball game in the 8th, giving way to the pinch hitter Kerry Robinson. Cairo getting the start at second base. Fernando Vina started at second last night. No balls, 1 strike. Runner at second, 1 out. And the count, no balls, 2 strikes. Cardinals scored 1 run in the first inning, and then they posted 4 in the third. 2 runs of the 5th, 2 runs of the 8th. The only Pirate run put up on the board in the 5th inning. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes on Cairo.
It is amazing when you look at their roster and just see how flexible their team is as far as interchangeable pieces and moving guys around. Well, Russa has so many options.
Cairo strikes out, 2 outs.
Able to give Vina the night off and still keep a real solid offensive club in there.
JFB on the sleeve of the Cardinal jersey, and tribute to their longtime broadcaster Jack Buck. Now handling the Cardinals radio broadcast, Mike Shannon and Joel Myers. As Jack's son Joe is a member of the Cardinal TV crew, and this is a busy time for Joe. He's getting ready for National Football League coverage on Fox, and also handles the main baseball games for Fox, national games. I heard Joe Buck say the weekend just before the Cardinals picked up Scott Rolen, and there was much being said about the Cardinals about to acquire Rolen. Joe Buck was saying he wanted to have the throat lozenge concession in Philadelphia when Rolen and Drew got into Philadelphia, and they'll be going to Philadelphia this weekend. Renteria 3 hits tonight, but he struck out to end the 9th inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left on base. And the Pirates bottom of the 9th, Giles, Ramirez, and Makoviak against the reliever of the Cardinal bullpen. 9th inning, Bob Walk is tearing up his score sheet. That's not a good sign. Here's Matt Duff, 7th appearance out of the Cardinal bullpen.
One-time Pirate farmhand.
Out of the University of Mississippi. Giles, Ramirez, and Makoviak in the bottom of the 9th inning. The Pirates and Cardinals again tomorrow night and Thursday night. Game time 7:05. This weekend the Brewers are here. Fireworks after the ball game Friday night. Kids Art Kit Day is Sunday afternoon, and the Pirates go out on the road to the Bucks. Between August 19th and September 15th, we'll play 19 of 25 games away from PNC Park. Just 2 short 3-game homestands against the Braves August 27th, 28th, and 29th, and 3 against the Marlins September 6th, 7th, and 8th. Ashley wants Brian to homer on her birthday.
I'll try. Something good. 2 nights in a row on request.
Brian has hit 4 of his 30 home runs against the Cardinals this season.
Brian's brother got called up a couple of days ago. Marcus is back in the big leagues with the Braves.
Wes Helms had been disabled, opening a spot for Marcus. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
It'll be fun for Brian when they hook up with Atlanta to have his brother over there.
The Pirates have not yet played the Braves or the Marlins this season. We'll be done against the Cardinals when we finish up in St. Louis a week from Thursday. And we've already completed the season series against the Astros. Ryan Giles a couple of walks tonight.
A 3-2 curveball that Duff threw. One with a walk. I remember one too long ago, you did that as a pitcher with a 9-1 lead in the last inning. You've heard it from your teammates.
By the way, I didn't notice whether it was just automatically put down by Matheny, the veteran catcher, or whether Duff probably wouldn't have shaken him off, being a relative newcomer, would he?
You're right about that.
I mean, you've got to be around a little while before you shake off a veteran catcher, don't you? At least a week or two.
I might have shook off a 3-2 hook with a 9-1 lead. I might have done that.
2-1 and nobody out.
You know me, though. I was kind of always swimming upstream.
Matt Morris, 8 innings, allowed only 1 run on 6 hits. 2 balls and no strikes. Morris struck out 2, walked 2, 97 pitches. First round pick of the Cardinals in '95. Morris's next start should come Sunday in Philadelphia. And third baseman Scott Rolen has enough room to make the catch. And 1 away runners hold Giles at second, Ramirez at first. Just trying to figure out. I guess we won't see Morris next week.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
He pitches Sunday against the Phillies, and he would go the following Friday.
That's fine with me.
I'll take that. That's good news for the Pirates. Ball outside, ball 1. Kevin Young 1 for 3. The only Pirate RBI. A loop single by Nunez to left field that knocked in Rob Makoviak. The St. Louis Cardinals have scored a total of 28 runs in the last 3 games. 34 Cardinal hits in the first 2 games of this series. And 3-0 on Kevin.
Got to hook him here. I'd go with a curveball. No, just kidding. That time he was a straight one and missed by a bunch.
Bases loaded, 1 out.
A bunch.
If you miss by much.
Much and bunch is a munch.
And now Tony's going to go out. Most times Dave Duncan goes to the mound, even to change pitchers. Well, most times to change pitchers.
This might be an interesting conversation then.
Well, Tony has signaled to the bullpen. That's all for Duff.
Oh, well, then there won't be any conversation.
Yeah. Catch him on the backside and give me the ball. Bases loaded, 1 out, 9th inning. The Cardinals 9, the Pirates 1. We'll have more from PNC Park in a minute. Third Cardinal pitcher of the night, Matt Duff, worked to 4 buckos, but retired only 1 of the 4. 42nd appearance for Matthews, 2 wins, 1 loss. Bases loaded for Armando Rios. Only 1 more available position player on the Pirate bench, Adam Heisdu, not yet used. Mike Matthews, who picked up his first major league win in a decision over the Pirates May 10th last year in St. Louis. The bases are loaded. There's 1 out. Armando 0 for 2 tonight, 1 for 23 since coming off the disabled list. Pitch up high, ball 1. Pokey Reese coming up next. Then it would be Craig Wilson. And then the pitcher's spot. Jason Kendall checked out of this ball game after 8. And the Pirates run on Sauerbeck, and then Craig Wilson went in to catch. One man on, rather 3 men on, 1 man out. Strike call, 2-1.
He's got a little bit of a banged up leg right now. Sore quadricep. Probably in need of an inning or even a game off.
Fly ball to left field. Marrero goes back. Tagging at third is Giles. And Bryan scores. The throw goes to third base. It's the second out of the 9th inning. And the Cardinals are in front 9-2. Checking the Advance Auto Parts players of the game. The Cardinal offense, 9 runs, 18 hits. Hope Matt Morris doesn't feel slighted.
Well, he was part of that. We got him in there. He got one of those 18 hits.
Drove in a run.
So he was part of the offense tonight, so we've included him. But that's been pretty much the story. The Cardinals came out swinging tonight.
Balls, no strikes. Ramirez the runner at second. Young at first. 2 outs. Matt Duff walked a couple of Pirates. Matthews had fallen behind Rios. Now he's 3-0 on Pokey Reese.
Pokey will probably be taken again. Down by so many runs.
Ball bounced off the body of pitcher Matthews. The ball rolls out into right center field. Ramirez scores. Kevin Young to third. A base hit for Pokey and a run batted in. Now the Cardinals lead is 9-3.
It looked off the bat like it might go into center field, but I think he was actually fortunate that Matthews got a piece of that. I don't think it would have made it to center field. That's where Cairo was. I mean, he was way up the middle. He was going to make that play.
And Tony La Russa is back out. Tony will make another change. Pirates held to 1 run through 8 innings. The Pirates have scored 2 in the 9th. 9-3 St. Louis. Back with more in a moment. The 6th appearance of the year. No wins or losses, no saves. Getting ready to face Craig Wilson. Matt Duff walked Brian Giles. Ramirez singled after Makoviak fouled out. Kevin Young walked. And Mike Matthews came in and gave up the run-producing fly out off the bat of Armando Rios, and Pokey Reese with an RBI single. Runners at first and third, 2 outs. The Cardinals 9, the Pirates 3. Craig Wilson's first plate appearance of the night. Craig batting .277, 9 home runs, 40 RBIs. Adam Heisdu would bat next if Craig can keep it going.
Strike thrower in that bullpen. Joseph quickly falling behind 2-0.
3-0.
Tony needs to send Duncan out next time. Pitching coach. That's who usually makes these. Tony's not having any luck.
Kevin Young, the runner at third, Reese at first. The bases are loaded again. Adam Heisdu will be the 8th Pirate to bat in the 9th inning. Batting for Sauerbeck. And the Cardinals take Bob Walk's advice and send Dave Duncan to the mound.
Well, they're getting themselves into a save situation now. Somebody has gotten up. I imagine that's Isringhausen. Yep. Probably sitting over there amazed that they even had to get him up tonight. And as Duncan visit as much as anything else, is now he's got to give Isringhausen a chance to get ready. They're only one swing away from a 2-run ball game.
And we're one batter away from a safe situation. Adam Heisdu, 8 for 14 against the Cardinals this year. And Adam has hit 3 home runs against St. Louis. Ball strike. Adam hit a grand slam off Bud Smith and then had the 7 RBI game against the Cardinals the next night. 19th of July, the grand slam night. The 7 RBI game was July 20th. 1 ball and 1 strike. Adam in the 3-game series against the Cardinals when they were here several weeks ago. He went 8 for 13, 3 home runs, 11 RBIs, and 6 runs scored. The 1-1 pitch. Down low. We should also point out, however, that Adam is hitless in his last 21 at-bats. He has not had a hit since he homered in Los Angeles a week ago. Young at third, Reese at second, Craig Wilson at first. 9-3 Cardinals. 3 balls, 1 strike. And Tony's thrilled.
Remember earlier I was talking about manager burnout? I think this is the kind of stuff that creates that. There's nothing you can do. You sit there and watch the game and shake your head.
3 balls, 2 strikes. And Jack Wilson on deck. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 2 runs in. St. Louis 9, the Pirates 3. And foul ball. Pirate runners back to their stations. Getting ready to take off again. Young from third, Reese from second, Craig Wilson leaves from first. Check swing, foul ball. The 2 starters, Matt Morris and Jimmy Anderson, are the pitchers of record. Devin Joseph, 4th Cardinal pitcher. 1 run off Morris, 2 charged to Duff. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 9th inning. Cardinals 9, Pirates 3. Runners go. Base hit to left field. Young and Reese score. Craig Wilson stops at second. And now the Cardinals are leading 9-5. The Pirates have scored 4 in the 9th inning.
Now it's a save situation where we see Isringhausen. Tony moving around in the dugout, doesn't seem to be, well, he's going to Find out if he's ready. He just sent Matheny out to take some time off the clock. Pretty amazing. Need to keep this inning on videotape in case I ever need to show anybody why you don't throw 3-2 breaking balls with 8-run leads in the last inning.
Tony La Russa will be coming with his 4th pitcher of the 9th inning. And how about Adam Heisdu? Heisdu has 23 RBIs since coming up from Nashville. He has 13 of the 23 against the Cardinals. It is 9-5 St. Louis. We'll have more from the ballpark coming your way in a moment. It is a safe situation. The potential tying run is in the on-deck circle. Jack Wilson getting ready to bat. Jason Isringhausen's 48th appearance, 2 wins, 1 loss, 26 saves. And I know what you're thinking, folks. You're thinking back to July 28th last year when the Pirates trailed the Houston Astros in the first game of a day-night doubleheader. The Bucks were down 8-2, and the Pirates scored 7 runs in the 9th inning. The game-winning hit, Brian Giles' grand slam off Billy Wagner.
We're going to see the pitch that started this whole mess for the Cardinals. They got an 8-run lead, 3 balls, and a curveball by Duff to start off the inning with a base on balls. And that opened up a giant can of worms.
Isringhausen against Jack Wilson. Pitch high and inside, ball 1. Greg Wilson, the runner at second base. Adam Heisdu at first. 3 runs charged to Duff, 1 against Matthews. And the 1-ball pitch way outside. Somewhat remarkable, the fact that just about every one of the Cardinal pitchers has been falling behind Pirate batters in this 9th inning, whereas their starter, the Redbird starter, Matt Morris, consistently out in front. He allowed only 1 run through 8 innings. 3 balls, no strikes. Is Brian Giles about to bat with the bases loaded in the 9th inning? If he does, he will represent the tying run. Oh my, that was borderline.
And he had to take
masking or videotape?
The clear stuff. I need to put my scorecard back together.
3 balls, 1 strike. Does Jack take again here? Three balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. The Pirates have scored 4 in the bottom of the 9th, trail St. Louis 9-5. Runners go, ball foul back. We need another one of those clutch and impressive at-bats that Jack Wilson put together against the Giants. Remember the Friday night game where Jack hung in there, got a base hit, and set the table for the Brian Giles game-winning double. Fly ball to right, and Kerry Robinson makes the catch, and it's over. The Cardinals win it, 9 runs on 18 hits. The Pirates 5 runs, 9 hits. The winning pitcher, Matt Morris, 14-7. Jimmy Anderson, the loser, 8-13. Thanks for being with us. Now to our studios.